welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniela. For those of you that are new here, thank you so much for joining me in my space. So today we're going to be doing a collective reading, and this is just going to be a general collective reading. So if this finds you, this is for you. So let's get into it and see what we're going to get. I'm going to start by pulling from the Sacred Activations Oracle, Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Oh, we have purple. Ooh, third eye chakra. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo, a flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. Ooh, beautiful. So my intention was to do like a collective reading that isn't a love reading or a light worker collective reading, which is what I've been tapping into recently. But it's funny how this third eye energy is coming through and it's saying psychic power. So I do feel that my collective, whoever's tapped in here, you do have psychic abilities. I mean, we all do, right? Every human does. The difference is some are more activated than others, of course. But I feel that my collective that watches my readings, specifically, you guys are tapped in one way or another, and Spirit is giving me that confirmation that you guys are tapped in. Whether you realize this or not, you're a lot more intuitive than you realize, okay? Because I was feeling like, what reading do I want to do next? Like, I hope certain people in my collective don't feel left out, that I'm not tapping into a reading for them specifically, but I feel that I'm getting the confirmation that you guys are psychic and light workers in some sense, okay? But again, I don't want to focus on light worker stuff in this reading. I just want to see what's going to come forward, but this is just coming through as a confirmation for some that may doubt your abilities, okay? Because I feel like the Lightworker Collective already knows about their abilities and what they're here to do on Earth. And others of you, even though you are tapped in, you are psychic, maybe that's not your mission in this lifetime, and that's totally okay. And I feel that this is still coming through as a confirmation that even though that's not your mission in life, it doesn't take away from your gifts and your abilities. Okay, so I love this confirmation for not only you, but for me too. Okay, and I'm seeing 222 on the timestamp as I'm saying that, so it's like an equal partnership there of understanding. Yeah, so just trust in your intuition, trust in your third eye, your inner knowing, your imagination. Okay, you are gifted. Whether you realize this or not, whether you question your abilities, you don't have to be a practicing psychic like me, like someone who does tarot and Reiki. Like, you don't have to do these things in order to call yourself a psychic, okay? So I know, like, in this day and age, a lot of people are doing this for a profession, and maybe you feel sometimes like you're not gifted because you're not pursuing this as a career, but that doesn't take away from your gifts, okay? And that's coming through as a reminder for you that even though you are gifted in your own way, it doesn't take away the significance of it just because you don't practice it like other people do. Okay, so let's see what else. So I just got this new deck, which I'm really excited to use. It's the Britney Spears Oracle, and I was out one night and I saw it on a vending machine and I just had to get it. So I want to test it out with you guys. I do have the book here because I like the creator's description of the cards. So let's see what wants to come forward for this collective. The Bubblegum Brit. Okay. And I think this is from Crazy, right? Her Crazy music video, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what this one says. Okay, it says, as a teen, Britney was everything we wanted to be. Sweet, flirty, and decked out in the biggest trends of the time, from crop tops to lip gloss to pigtails. You know, you spent hours at sleepovers trying to learn her choreography. She was everywhere, posing on magazine covers, performing in mall tours and stadium stops, selling Skechers and Pepsi, even getting her very own doll. She was a girl next door and a pop star pinup. Bubblegum Britney harkens back to a more innocent time when new crushes and first kisses were everything, and your biggest dilemma was what to wear to the prom. When life feels stressful, get in touch with your inner bubblegum teenager and lighten up. Remember the blush of a bright future and the excitement of growing up. cute. So this feels very innocent. Okay, I feel like this is your inner teenager coming through. If you've been feeling a disconnect with your inner teenager, I feel like this is coming through as a message to do more of that lighthearted stuff that you didn't get to do as a teenager. Okay, so I feel like because I brought out this Britney Spears Oracle for this collective, a lot of you are 90s babies, okay, or 80s, however it resonates for you. But I do feel like I'm tapping into a collective that grew up with Britney Spears, okay? But take the message, even if that doesn't resonate. But I do feel like be more innocent, be more fun, be more flirty. This gives me the Page of Wands energy, okay? The way she, yeah, it's like very Page of Wands or Page of Cups energy, like very young, flirty, doesn't really know much, still learning, but that innocence keeps her alive, keeps her moving. There's also a confidence with the pages because they don't know everything. They don't overthink things. They just kind of go for it. They learn as they go. So I feel that in this time, you're meant to learn through your mistakes, okay? And again, be more lighthearted and innocent with the way you approach life right now, and trust your inner knowing when it comes to that, like going back to that third eye energy, okay? Trust your intuition. If it's leading you in a certain direction that maybe other people might think is a little bit immature or it's not the adult thing to do or the right thing to do, I feel that you're meant to just have fun. Definitely have like a fun teenager day is what I'm feeling with this bubblegum Brit. Like a milkshake. The milkshake is standing out to me there. So like go out for a milkshake, you know, maybe at like a 50s diner that looks like that. Just something to have fun, something different. This is also like a very nostalgic energy too. So if that's going to help you tap into your inner teenager and make you feel a connection with yourself that you haven't felt in a long time. Okay, let's see what else we get with the tarot. Yeah, Six of Swords. So there's something you need to move away from, transition from. And I feel like with the third eye chakra, you already know what this is. I feel like for a lot of you, the word imagination is standing out right now. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may have lost your imagination as you grew up, right? So as adults, we're kind of forced to grow up and not tap into our imagination as much anymore. So I feel that with this inner knowing that you have this intuition and the bubblegum Brit card, that feels really nostalgic. That feels very innocent. Like again, Page of Wands, Page of Cups energy. But mixing that in with the intuition and the Six of Swords, I feel that you were forced to grow up too quickly. Some of you could be like the oldest sibling, and you were forced to grow up too quickly. Because I'm being drawn to the rainbow in this card. So I feel like you crossed the rainbow of imagination, or like the bridge of imagination, way too soon. I feel like you grew up too quickly. So your third eye could feel blocked in that sense, because if a part of you felt that you weren't able to express yourself creatively or imaginatively, that part of you feels blocked. It's like going back to your roots is what I'm feeling with this energy. Yeah, Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You felt trapped in fear. You felt like you couldn't really pursue your imagination, your creativeness, because of what you had to do as an adult. So again, like a very innocent, lighthearted energy. There could be some heartbreak with like a childhood crush or someone that you had strong feelings for as a teenager, and maybe some of you hadn't really healed from that. Like life got in the way, you had to grow up too quickly. Maybe when you graduated high school, for example, you guys went in different directions and you just weren't able to see where things could have gone between the two of you. So there's like a nostalgic heartbreak there where you weren't able to see where that went. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, King of Wands. The Guru. This is the High Priest in the deck. So King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and then we have the Guru. This is Taurus energy. Yeah, I feel like life got in the way for a lot of you, that you were forced to grow up, forced to become an adult, even when you didn't want to. And with the King of Wands, this does feel like the person that could have gotten away in your life. Maybe there was, I don't know, like the hot jock in your high school class or something like that. And as an adult now, there's still part of you that feels like you missed out on that opportunity. The feeling that I'm getting, it's like, let's say you always wanted to go to prom, but you never got to go. And that part of you, as an adult now, still carries that memory, still feels like you missed out on something. Yeah, with the High Priest, it makes me think like you guys had to go your separate ways. Maybe you went to different colleges. Yeah, Seven of Swords. The one that got away is what I'm feeling. And I feel like this person could have self-sabotaged too. They could have made more of an effort, but they didn't. Okay, I think they also felt obligated by their duties and tasks. So they went in a different direction than you, but they always looked over their shoulder. They always wondered what happened to you or where you ended up. You could have recently gotten someone from your past to like add you on Facebook or LinkedIn or something like that, where they searched for you to see what you've been up to, because you are the one that got away. Yeah, Ace of Wands. There was a really strong magnetic physical attraction between the two, and it was not forgotten. With that third eye energy, because I'm being drawn back to it now, I feel that you both still think about each other. You both still have like a telepathic connection even. But I wonder why this energy is coming forward. Let's see what else we get. The Star, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. The World. Okay. Yeah, with the World at the bottom of the deck, I feel that this person's going to find you on the internet if they haven't already. With the Star, the Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like they're waiting to shoot their shot. But when they're ready to shoot their shot, they're just going to go for it with the Knight of Wands. And the Star card, I feel, is how they see you, especially if they do find you online. They're like, I got them, I found them. And then they are like stalking you online. Not in like a creepy way, but just kind of admiring who you are, what you've been up to, looking at your photos. And they get this feeling of hopefulness all over again. Like going back to that bubblegum Brit, it reawakens something in them. It's a very nostalgic energy. So it feels like there's unfinished business here. And they're coming back around with the World. It's like a cycle repeating itself. And it could be a really long gap, though. Like I said, like high school to now, depending on your age, or college to now, something like that. But there's a gap in between. And I feel like with the third eye energy, going back to it, this person is going to be really tapped in. Whether you realize this or not, you're going to feel that you can talk to them about things that you wouldn't be able to with others. You guys are going to have like a really psychic connection in that sense. So they may come through sooner rather than later, but they've been waiting, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles, they've been waiting for the right time. But again, when they choose to come, there's no stopping them. Let's see, I want to pull from this Divine Feather Oracle to see what any other insight we can get. Woodpecker, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. Okay. Yeah, bottom of the deck is Blackbird. The magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. So this person has something to do with your journey moving forward. But with this message saying use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm, I feel like they might come into your life to give you that closure that you would have not gotten otherwise, but also to show you that it's better to move forward than to hang on to the past, especially if you did feel like you missed out on something in your adolescence. Okay, I feel like this person's going to come through and kind of show you that you're not really missing out on anything. I do think you guys will have like a really strong, deep connection, but I think it'll be healing in the sense that you'll get the closure that you've wanted, in a sense, but you're gonna see something about this person and just of the way you've been perceiving your adolescence that you're gonna be able to move forward and not hold on to this anymore. Okay, you're gonna achieve a new perspective and find a new rhythm instead of holding on to this nostalgic energy. I'm surprised the Six of Cups hasn't came out because it feels very Six of Cups energy. And then with the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now, I feel like this is what's underneath the surface with that third eye chakra energy. It's like those are the gifts that you have within you. But it's not just about, again, being psychic. It's about what having your third eye open means to you. So let's say you're a musician, for example, and your third eye has been blocked. You're not getting a lot of the guidance that you need in order to write songs or in order to tap into your creativity in a way that is authentic to you because there's something that's been blocked within you, but that's unfolding now, okay? That untapped potential within you is unfolding now. Okay, Two of Swords. There is a stagnant energy. You do feel stuck. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. You do feel stuck within your own energy right now about moving forward or staying in the past. Moving forward or staying in the past. This person, going back to this like past crush or something like that, you guys may not even connect face to face. This may just stay virtual. Okay, so again, you may look for them on Facebook or they may find you, but whatever the case is, I don't think it'll go offline. I think you guys will just have the connection that you've always wanted. You'll have the conversation that you've always wanted, and then it'll just kind of end there. But it'll be healing in that sense. Okay, because for a part of that, you're going to be going back and forth, whether you want to entertain the past or if you want to just move forward. That's why that message of discernment is coming through. Because you're going to have a choice. Do you want to entertain the past or move forward? Yeah, and there'll be some heartbreak with that. The Three of Swords here. It might be like rehashing a wound or like reopening the wound with this person, because I think a part of you has already healed on and moved forward. And you may see that the person that you were in love with in high school isn't all they're cracked up to be. It's not to take away from the deep soul connection that you may feel with them, but you're going to see, well, I wasn't really missing out on much. And it may cause you to feel heartbreak again, okay? Because I think there's going to be a letting go of each other again. So this may happen, or this has already happened for some of you. Yeah, so I think the lesson in this is to figure out whether you want to revisit this energy and like go back in the past, go back in time, or if you want to just honor the past and let it stay in the past and move forward. Okay, let's get a final message from the Sacred Geometry Oracle. Communication, yeah, this is what I'm saying. I feel like you guys are going to talk. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Okay, yeah. So I do think whoever this is going to come back around and you guys are going to communicate. And this definitely feels like online communication. And something about this conversation is going to be a lesson for you. It could either be a healing conversation where you guys finally lay it all out on the table and you get to talk about the fact that you had feelings for this person your whole high school time, something like that, okay? And they're maybe going to express the same to you, and maybe that's all you need to hear. Like, you just want to know, okay, I wasn't crazy, this was not one-sided, you felt the same way, that's really all I needed to know. Instead of entertaining it, okay, instead of going back and digging up the past in a way that you shouldn't. So there will be a lesson in this. Do you want it to be healing, or do you want to kind of create this unnecessary loop where neither of you are going to move forward and just stay stuck? Because I don't think you're meant to be with this person per se, but I do think you're meant to like have one last conversation, one last healing conversation is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you'll know this is your story. This was extremely specific, so I hope this message reaches the right person. But this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you the clarity and insight that you may have been looking for on your journey. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe. Let me know if it resonates in the comments. And if you would ever like to get a reading with me, all of that information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.